Much anticipation for the release of this new camera, and I've been operating close to a dozen of them over the past 4 months at a variety of locations. So I have plenty of sample footage to show with you in many different environments. I'll also discuss some of the features and upgrades on this model versus previous models, and in the end I'll tell you what I liked about the camera, some things that I would like to see changed. Today it's the GardePro A60. The GardePro A60 is a non-cellular standard SD card trail camera. It offers ultra-clear 4K video. It has a Sony Starvis sensor, which gives superior image quality even in low light. The camera is advertised as no glow night vision, which means there are no visible IR lights while operating at nighttime. The camera has a 2.4-inch color screen for easy setup and view back of your photos and videos. The new design offers a tree gripping back, dual 1/4-inch threaded mounts for versatile and secure placement. This camera sports 3 PIR sensors, which offer 120-degree wide-angle detection. This new model also has self-adapted illumination for nighttime, which means the camera can automatically adjust the power of the infrared LEDs, and that will not only avoid overexposure, but it'll also conserve on your battery life. So I wanted to quickly discuss some of the changes that I observed with this model GardePro cameras versus previous GardePro cameras. The first thing that I noticed is the back of the camera. They do offer this tree gripping back on the camera, and that's simply some lugs on the back of this camera that has some more grip versus previous models of GardePro, which were completely smooth. That, along with the new placement of the tree strap on the back of the camera, are all good improvements in my opinion. In fact, I was a bit of a critic on the old style, not only that smooth back, but the way you had to feed the tree strap through the back of the camera was rather difficult. This new model eliminates all of those concerns. I like those upgrades. The next thing I noticed physically that was different about this camera is the latch on the side. They didn't do away with the one large latch, which I absolutely love. But on this model, there's no way to put a padlock or a way to secure the latch to keep it from being opened. Now this camera does offer the ability to use a Python cable on the back of the camera, but there's no way to lock the latch. Some of the other upgrades are those no-glow, self-adjusting nighttime illumination LEDs, along with that 4K Sony Starvis sensor, but those are best experienced through my sample footage, so check out this footage, pay attention to not only the quality of daytime and nighttime videos, but also the audio on those videos. I was impressed with the video quality from these new A60 cameras. As you saw, I operated them in a variety of environments, both along the field edge, which can be rather challenging, especially for a no-glow trail camera. Also, I operated them in a wooded area, which may be a more standard or average scenario for a lot of trail camera users. This camera not only performed well, it gave good, clear video. Now, I'll admit I went into it with pretty high expectations just because of how much I liked previous GardePro cameras and their video quality. This camera lived up to that expectations and in my opinion is slightly better, although not dramatically better, with the new 4K Sony Starvis sensor. You may also have noticed that auto illumination feature that this camera offers. That not only helped eliminate overexposure, but they also advertise as a battery saving component to that feature. It's now time for my final thoughts. I'm going to give you the pros and cons as I see it after actually using this camera. In fact, after using many of these cameras over a long period of time. I'm going to start off with the pros. I liked that 4K video footage. Not only was I impressed with the daytime and nighttime footage, I also like the microphone on these cameras. It picks up all the audio in extreme detail and you can hear exactly what's happening. In my opinion, it's very important for a trail camera on video mode to have good audio, and I felt this A60 camera delivered. I also like the upgrades on the physical case of the camera. Not only do they have a better way to put the tree strap through the back of the camera, they also have some sort of grip on the back of the camera that's going to keep it from being moved around or shifting over time, especially versus the older models which were completely smooth on the back. I like the fact that this camera has that single large latch on the side of the camera that not only securely closes the camera, but it's easy to operate it, even one-handed with a glove on. I appreciated the camera's 2.4-inch LCD screen inside the camera that makes setup a breeze, and you can also play back your videos or look at your pictures right there on the camera, and it's fairly easy to see. I also like the fact that this camera uses a full-size standard SD card, no fiddling with the micro SD cards like some model trail cameras. This not only uses the full-size SD card, but it's very easy to install and remove from the trail camera. Another thing I liked is the fact that this camera operates not only on 8 AA batteries, but it gives you an external power port if you choose to operate this on solar power. I felt the battery life was good on the camera. Now I can't say that's directly contributed to those auto-adjusting nighttime IR lights, but I did feel that the cameras were long-lasting on those 8 AA batteries, even while operating on video mode. Now, are there any negatives or things that I would change, or maybe something that I totally didn't like about this trail camera? The first thing that comes to mind is that new upgraded latch. It has no place for a padlock. While this isn't a huge deal to me because I've never personally used a padlock with the older models, which were compatible with padlocks, I know some people will think that is a con. I know people that like to lock the latch of their trail cameras so nobody can open it up and mess with their settings, or worse yet, steal their SD card. This camera does not have a way that you can secure that latch, although it does offer a way to use a Python cable to physically secure the camera to a tree. No lock on the latch will be a con for some people. The only other thing that I noticed about the camera while operating many of these cameras, every now and then, for no apparent reason, while activating the camera, you simply press a start button, then the camera should count down from 30 seconds to 0, giving you time not only to close the camera, but to get away from the PIR sensors. Every now and then, the camera, when I pressed the start button, would not do that countdown. Instead, it would automatically go dark on the LCD screen, seemingly to be activated almost immediately. Now again, I do not know what caused this. I don't know if it's a firmware issue that needs to be addressed, but when this happened to me a couple of different times over the past couple of months, I would simply turn the camera off and restart the camera and then press the start button to activate the camera. It would then, like normal, count down from 30 seconds. So I don't know what caused that glitch a couple of times that I experienced it. In the end, it wasn't a big deal, but it is something that I noticed with these cameras. So those were my final thoughts. Overall, I've been impressed with these A60 trail cameras from GardePro. I'll be placing a link down in the description if you want more information. Maybe you'd like to purchase one for yourself. It is an affiliate link, so I do receive a small commission if you make a purchase. And I want to thank you in advance. It helps me to continue to bring reviews just like this. If you have any comments or questions, maybe something that I totally missed, please put them down in the comments section. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.